My name is Rod Holloway. I am the urban wolf of Wall Street, and I am father. And that's why I tell people all the time, if you got a dad or mom or you got animosity, make it right.
Gotta make it right.
Gotta make it right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Gotta make it right. So that's what I'm saying.
I am father.
Back against the wall, head still high, push through it all. Father am I, lead by example, but still I gotta follow. Value your seeds, let's promise them tomorrow. Forever I stand, it's never to be a bother. Forever I'm man, forever I'm father. Forever I stand, it's never to be a bother. Forever I'm man, forever I'm father.
My name is Alan Irvin, and this is I Am Father. My name is Alan Irvin, and this is I Am Father. And we're here to talk about fatherhood. Here to talk about fatherhood with a brother I've been trying to get on the show for a minute. He finally hit me and said, I'm ready now. I was like, okay, Rod.
Yes, sir.
Tell the world how many kids you got, man. Not, I'm talking about your immediate family, not the extended world family you got.
Well, right now I'm chasing 5. I got 5 kids. I got one is out of the house, and I got 4 inside the house. So I got 4 boys and 1 daughter.
Okay.
The daughter, I range from 23 all the way down to 4-year-old daughter.
Okay.
So I got a 14-year-old, I guess 23-year-old, 14-year-old, 2 9-year-old twin boys, and a 4-year-old daughter. So that's
okay. So your last one is a daughter.
Jeez. Yeah.
When that one came, I was like, that's new? Because you got twins.
Yeah, the twins. But the baby girl, Bella, she's a handful.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said, I don't know if she came early. I don't think I'm about to do anything after that. Cause she keep you on your toes. She's very sharp young lady.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, I saw a video the other day with you walking your twins to the bus stop. You was recording them, and I think you was walking them to the bus stop.
Yeah, first day of school. That's the annual trip. I always walk to the bus stop
first day of school. But it reminded me the very first day of school when they first started. Yeah. I was like, man, time is flying. Not only that, they playing sports now, right?
Yeah, they play football, baseball, and basketball. And like you said, from daycare to actually them getting on the first day of kindergarten, and in 4th grade, it's a big jump.
I was like, time is. So folks, a little bit about yourself, man. What I know and what I found out is you actually used to own a company called Icon Acquisitions.
Yeah, I still have some ownership in it. I'm more on the other side now, which is real estate. I do a lot of real estate development, and I do a lot of real estate investing. So besides coaching, that's my real job.
Yeah.
So it's work. Like my house, it's like me and my wife talk about all the time. I've been with her almost 20 plus years, and we was like, she was like, it's a lot of work. Like it's a lot of consistency. It's a lot of sacrifice. So I really got to take my hat off to her because, if I had to do it all again, I don't think I would want to be nobody that really just coach kids like for 20 some years that are not in your own kids before you had your own kids. So my dad did it, and I saw the the influence he had on people in the kids in the community. So I got into it, and I just had never stopped.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop soon though, but I just had never stopped.
Yeah, one thing that, and I see a lot of things when I read about on social media between you and your wife, and one thing that I do see is how important compatibility and chemistry is. I remember you guys just had an anniversary.
Oh man!
And
don't remind me of that.
And you forgot the anniversary.
Wow, yes.
But you called your wife though, and she was like, I forgot too, babe. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. So
I thought that was good. I was like,
my wife is sweet, man. She's she's a Southern Belle. She don't really, she's not a person that really like things and stuff like. She just wanted your listening ears and listening. When you got one of them, it's just hard to find. And believe it or not, me and my wife went to the same high school.
Okay, which high school is that?
The Columbia in Decatur.
Okay.
Decatur, Georgia. We never dated in high school though.
Okay.
We never dated in high school. But, just to have a wife like that to understand the whole when it comes together. Because I literally forgot about the anniversary. I called her, and I'm still going to make up for it. But, our anniversary is in August.
Yeah.
That's football season.
Yeah.
So out of 20-something years, I don't think we've ever went outside of a date on a dinner date for our anniversary. We've never been on a trip or anything like that because of football. So.
Hey, well, y'all, it ain't like you ain't getting it in.
Yeah. So I'll be making up for it later down the line.
Dude, I see you in Miami on boats. I see you, man. I see you now. Ain't like you ain't getting it in now.
But people got to understand that. They see me out a lot, but I literally laid the blueprint like almost 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people got to understand the problem with I think a lot of the people now with business and just trying to start and do different things. It's called a microwave effect. They think they're gonna put it in the microwave. Nah. Come up in a minute. Don't worry.
Absolutely, I agree.
It took me 20 years to get where I'm at now. I got a lot of freedom, but it didn't come. I paid my dues.
Yeah. Hey, you got to lay that foundation, man. It's very important, even early. So let me ask you this right here, because our audience is not only current and existing fathers, but future fathers, fathers that's looking to be a father one day. Okay. So what are some of the nuggets you would give them on laying that foundation?
Well, being a young father, I mean, because I can speak on it. Like when I met my wife, she had a 3-year-old son, right, Trey, and it's surreal to be talking about this. But Trey is 23 now.
And he's at Clemson, right? Well, no, or did he move?
Trey's 23. He's done.
Oh, he's graduated.
So he was in the military. He's in the military now. He wants to be a Secret Service officer. So he's in the military now.
Okay.
And actually, he has been overseas last year. I think the last year. So what he's doing now is coming back today at 7 o'clock. My wife just texted me and say,
"Wow,
he's coming back from North Korea." So,
wow.
Yeah, no, excuse me, not North Korea. Excuse me, South Korea. We're not in good terms with North Korea. South Korea. So
he ran track and played football at Clemson.
He played football at Grayson, and he
ran track at Clemson.
Track at Clemson. So now he's a criminal justice guy. He wants to be Secret Service. So he's over in South Korea, and he literally left there last night at 7. He's landed in Seattle, and now he's flying from Seattle to Charlotte, from Charlotte to Virginia, Virginia to Atlanta. So,
wow.
Yeah, so he'll be here today. I just got the text, and we hadn't seen his brothers and sisters. I always talk to him over FaceTime, but they hadn't really seen him in years or something, so they're going to be excited about that. Yeah. See, it's kind of difficult, to understand fatherhood. See, fatherhood is one of them things that's going to test you, right? I got tested early, right? Rather, I had to understand, like, when it comes to fatherhood, it's not about you per se. It's about the kid and how do you want to set the platform and the blueprint for your kid to be. If you want your kid to be in the world, you show them worldly things. You know what I'm saying? If you want to give them a blueprint to be for success, you got to show them, hey, this is why I made a mistake at. This is why I'm gonna show you so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm kind of making mistakes for you. Then again, put it all together. It's not gonna be perfect, but at the same time, give them a better opportunity than you have for yourself. So that's why I look at it. Because being a father, a young father, I was like, I want to go hang out with my guys at the game, or if I want to go and coach t-ball. So I want to coach t-ball. So, but I saw the difference that it made along the time the kid grew up. So you want to have a relationship as a man or with your kids versus doing it and son.
Right.
I always talk to my dad.
Right.
That's how I am. I mean, I'm like with all my kids. They can always talk to me at any point. For the young guys, it's a learning tool. Just take for it. You're not gonna be perfect at it. You're just not. But understand.
Well, you're not perfect.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, so we're not perfect. So how we expect somebody else to be perfect? We giving them our imperfections on what we have. My daddy used to tell me, he was like, "You're a fine young man. Your line just a little crooked." so I had to straighten.
Well, he spoke so highly of you.
Yeah. Hey, but I think we all that. That's that imperfection, man. That we got to straighten out, and the best way to straighten it out is with with the examples that
it's called wisdom.
Yeah,
wisdom. That's what it's called. I mean, as you get older, you get wiser, man. I find myself giving people like advice. And I said, man, if I was your age, I had no advice for you. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm older.
I've seen a lot, and you see a lot of people that go through the things that you go, especially my kids. Like I tell them all the time, they'll call me getting out of high school and get ready to get out of high school. And I say, number one thing you got working against you. And they say, what is that, coach? I say, time, right? I said, you're gonna be 18, then you're gonna be 22, then you're gonna be 23, 5. All that's party time, that's good time. You get 26, 27, and you see everybody around you moving. That has moved. The young ladies and all that, they can get serious about their position and their occupation, what they want to do.
Right.
And you're gonna be stuck still in the middle.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be that guy at your crew that we call them can't get right back in the days.
Yeah,
and
that name's still there.
They're still there. Yeah, like I got some guys that I grew up with. They just can't get right.
Can't get right.
You can't, and it's part of what it is. So with that, you just gotta have your kids in line, understand. I don't want that for you. And then you just raise them up as you can, and let them choose the path they want to take. It's just real. At the end of the day, when you got the new fathers, you got the young guy. I see them with the kids and stuff like that, and kids are like sponges, right? So you have to be very careful what you put in your kids, right? And with that said, nobody's perfect, but what I see a lot of good dads. They didn't have fathers, and they want to be good fathers. They don't know, but it's all about communication. So I always suggest to them, get with back in my neighborhood, we call them old heads. I guess we consider the old heads now.
Absolutely.
And be like, hey, what you think about this? And you be like, boom, boom, boom. Most importantly, love your kids. They're not gonna be perfect. Love them and just go back to them and understand and keep them prayerful, and go from there. But other than that, just keep if you're behind on child support and stuff like that. Everybody don't have to had experience that before, right? We all been through that experience where you ain't paying no child support, you can't see your kid. That ain't right for the kid, right?
That still ain't right for the kid.
That ain't right for the kid. So,
right.
But at the end of the day, you have to allow this kid a opportunity to meet his father, right? And I'll go back farther than that, right? My dad was a dad. We lived on both two separate sides of town, right? My mom raised me. I didn't literally have a relationship with my dad until I was 27 years old. Right? Okay. I was 27 years old. So with that, my mom never put anything bad into my head about my father.
That's good.
She never did that, right?
That's good.
She let everything come to fruition for herself.
Play out. Yeah.
So I was asked my dad, and it's funny though. It's full circle for me because I got into coaching because my coaches were my dad. Right? My coaches, I watched them work. I watched them pick their sons up, and they treated them like family. So that's what I do. But my dad, 27 years old, and he came to me and said, I made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I want to make this right. So we end up, my dad, he was retired Georgia Power guy, and he had, I got 13 brothers and sisters, right, all together, right. So he says I had a lot of issues with, child support and women trying to, pull me here, pull me there. I said, well, there's not no excuse for being a father, right? And I'm talking to him like this here. So I said, reality of it is, I forgive you, but we have to move on and grow from that. So my dad, when he retired, he ended up being my driver, right? He'll come get me every day. He live in College Park, I live in Snellville. He'll come get me driving around. And it wasn't a thing about, we just have a conversation. He'll tell me, son, that ain't right. You losing money over here. You losing money over there. You need to slow down. So I was like, I don't think I don't listen to you. But it took me a minute to start listening to him. Eventually, I was losing money, and it went on.
Did you and your dad do the same thing?
My dad was I'm a real estate developer, so he was just like, he knew construction, he knew home improvement, stuff like that. But my level was totally different, right? And of course, if you dealing with millions of dollars, someone in the home improvement can't tell you that, right? So, but he knew he losing money there. Might be stealing from you. This builder right here.
There's a lot of different aspects of real estate development. Yeah.
But the whole point of the matter was we rolled. He rolled with me probably about 5-6 years.
Really, that's pretty good.
When I got married, he was at my wedding. He got sick. He had cancer. He got sick, and he was in the hospital. Came out of the hospital, and he was at my wedding, and then he passed about a year later. But the fact of the matter was, we had that relationship that I never had before. Yeah, I had that closed-minded mentality. never surfaced.
Yeah, but that's great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a way to go out for him.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm reminded about that's why I'm patient with it, because I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, if it's something I don't want to do, then I'm not doing it. But if something I want to do, I'm going full speed ahead on it.
Yeah.
And stubborn, my wife said, you don't listen to nobody. He's just like, I said, I have to listen. But she said, listen to what you want to hear. What you want to hear. So
Man,
I get it.
You talking about me, not stepping on my toes.
I try to tell you. but it goes back to, like I tell people all the time, my business I have to be that way in my business. I can't have a lot of comments and suggestions, because comments and suggestions don't really produce a production, or it doesn't do it in my business, right?
Yeah, I mean that's fine tuning your instincts.
Yeah,
that's gonna make you better. You know what I mean? If you made a wrong move off that instinct, you won't make it twice.
Well, it's costly.
Yeah,
everything is costly. So that's saying it's the decision. I'm a productivity guy, so I really don't understand the masses of what. Oh, this might work. And I just know this works this way. We might can twerk it a little bit and improve it, but we're not going to change lanes far to the right. It just don't work that way, because it history repeats itself, right? It's just reality. So if you do that and you go out here on a limb, you don't have any support behind you, ain't no net down there.
Yeah,
it's real.
Yeah. So your daughter is
4 years old.
4 years old.
And you think she's 22 when you talk to her.
Man, I tell you, if I had a daughter, she had me wrapped. She got you wrapped.
My daughter has. My wife said, I ain't never seen a grown man listen. A little girl run a grown man.
I know it.
It's crazy.
And that's something that probably would scare me, but I tell you, I'm missing it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real.
Because I'm always like, stern, hard, but to soften me up, it had to be that. I think it had to be that.
That's
girl.
why she was last for me.
Yeah,
she was last for me, because now she's the boy's protector. She's
well, she's last as well, so you worn out.
No, because I give him that look. I get the boys like,
yeah,
but she don't want me to fuss at them, raise my voice, and she cries for them. And then she said, if I say something to her brother, she cries. So she's a sensitive one of the family. So I got to watch myself. I understand women.
She's straightening you all the way up.
I understand. No, literally, I understand women are very emotional.
Oh, come on.
And I did not understand that until I got a daughter.
Come on.
Look, let me tell you something. I'm learning new things from this 4-year-old.
Oh,
that I didn't know. I gotta be very calm, collected. My wife might how my daughter was getting into it one morning last week. I was like, what's the problem? I go upstairs. She see your daughter. She having a tantrum. she don't, because my daughter's a diva. She want to put her own clothes on. She don't want you to. She want to dress herself. My wife wouldn't have you. I wear uniforms today. She was like, no, I want to wear. I want to wear this. So I had to go inside, get on the level, and say, baby, please put stuff on so I can take you good. Because this house is not gonna be happy right now.
Wow.
So that's real. Well, most of them telling you, but I've learned. I've learned to be a better listener for my wife through my daughter, because I'm like, okay. And I now see seeing it from afar, the daughter father relationship with her dad. It's like whatever she wants, it's like he doing it. And I'm like,
your wife's dad.
Yeah, her dad. It's like, okay, well, I don't want turkey. I want ham. Well, turkey's not good for you, but ham is not good for you with turkey. Oh, sure, no problem. Just fix my plate, baby.
Wow.
so you know what I'm saying? Anything you want, I mean, it's just, it's that's part of the game. So that's how I'm gonna be too. I'm gonna make sure she's good, well rounded, and then the brother's gonna make sure she's good.
Oh yeah, she gonna be. She
problem.
got the brothers.
That's what one of my boys. He said, "Man, I don't know who's gonna marry your daughter. She got 4 brothers. Used to the dad is herself. They probably gonna be
and the
7.
dad. Come on.
So it's gonna be a challenge for him.
It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be like the bad boys coming up to the door. What you want? What?
That's gonna be funny though. But she hold it on. Now she holds. She gonna be very athletic. And like I said, I tell my wife all the time, she gonna play some softball. She can be in dance, but she's soft, self-taught. We got a going to tumbling next month, so
okay.
She's well-rounded. She's a smart young lady, but I'm looking forward. I ain't in the rush for her to grow up, but it's just like, man, it's gonna be out sight, man.
So, do you have? Are you putting things together to teach your boys about your business, or are you just gonna let them choose whatever path they want to go in?
Well, my dad told me one time when Aaron was born, because I was like, Dad, I gotta have a junior. I gotta have a junior. My dad said, son, let your son give him their own name. I did give my Aaron my dad's middle name, Joseph. That's what I call him, H. But let him be their own man. So with that said, I don't really. They go to construction sites every once in a while. But one says one Carter's a draw. He likes to draw, so he wants to be an architect. But I don't think if I could bet anything, who would probably come to run the company would be me. Because my other boys, one of them be a doctor, and one to be a doctor. Straight on. He out doing his thing in the military. Baby girl, she's bright. She can come in there and run some stuff. But each his own.
Yeah, each his own.
Yeah, you can't force them. Because I mean, most physicians I know, they got boys push them towards getting a doctor, right? Or they're a nurse. Like my daughter, probably she might want to be a doctor too because her mom's a nurse. So she's always saying, "Let me give you some ice," or "Let me take your temperature." She got a little doctor coat, so.
The daughter?
Yeah, she has a little doctor. She plays nurse and all that. Yeah. And you just gotta take it, man. You just gotta take it.
You just gotta get that blood pressure checked.
You just gotta take it, man. Hey, I tell you, man, when you get a daughter, man, it's crazy, man. I told my wife, my daughter's 4. My daughter does not at any point sleep beside her dad at night. She might go in her room and sleep, but she gonna punch on that door about 12, 1 o'clock like clockwork. Every night she gonna stay on her dad. She gonna stay by her dad. Wow. On the couch, she gonna come live beside me. That's real.
Hey,
and I be telling my wife, I said, we gotta get out here. She said, well, you won't let her get out here because you don't take her back to her room. If I take her back, she'll head back up. I don't have that much time at night.
But you raising the bar, man. You putting that standard there.
Yeah, you got to, man. And that's important for men. I always stand to especially with daughters.
With daughters, yeah.
Man, because I see a lot of stuff in the streets like. I see a lot of foolishness that makes me mad. Like, how can you be a man and you got a woman pumping the gas? That makes no sense to me at any point. I mean, you just over there leaning back in the seat. And I always tell my daughter, I tell my nieces that, I tell them all, you don't want no scrubs. That's what the song say, right? Because at the end of the day, but that's trained behavior.
Yeah.
If you allow that, then that's going to continue to be what you accept.
Even with open the doors, she's just gonna stay in the car.
Same thing. So if they don't get that now, man, that's why I tell my boys just straight up. I say, hey, a lazy child makes a sorry man. Sorry man will be a sorry hood. You know what you're gonna get. So that's real. That's real.
Because you putting a plan together that's gonna help a lot of people not fail as much as you fail.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Talk about that plan.
Well, the plan is this. I got a little. Well, I've been approached many times about doing like podcasting, TV shows, stuff like that. But that's never been my lane. Like I mean, I socialize with people, but I don't behind the camera guy and all that stuff there. So I put together called Flipping Real Estate Essentials, and we shoot a couple of pilots and we've done pretty well. But it gives you reality of real estate, not what they show you on HDTV. And we put a nice product out there, but it shows you like what you can do and how you can come up and how you can fail. Right? Because everybody wants to be a real estate. If you go in a room at a cocktail bar lounge, everybody say they're either an actress or a real estate investor or a rapper or something in the lounge, right? But a lot of these people coming in and they're working themselves out of the market, right? Because they're buying at a crazy price. I don't buy at a crazy price. I determine my market. This is my number. If you don't like it, it is what it is. So you know that Atlanta has become, nation has become one of those things where everything on the market goes like that, right? So what I do, I control the market. And if everybody thought like I did, you just put an offer on the house and say, hey, that offer is good for 24 hours. That's my money, right? So if every buyer, purchaser said, I'm gonna give you 24 hours to sell my offer, I'm gonna pull it off the table. It's not a seller's market.
Right.
It's gonna be my market.
Right? It's your market, right?
So that's what I do. And I mean, they either buy it if they don't. But eventually, the market comes down, I go back and get it.
Good stuff. So is this a curriculum or
a
it's
program? It's not a curriculum. What I would probably do is just speak on real estate, be a coach. because I don't like I'm gonna write a book eventually. It'll give you some pointers, but but what I know, it's just a formula of how to do things. And then if you follow the steps that I'll teach you visually, some people don't like to read.
Right. Put it on Audible.
They don't like to read, man. Yeah. So, if you see the show, you'll see, well, this is stage one. This is what I feel. This is where I just lost $10,000 here because we didn't see that. That was unforeseen. Contingencies and all that stuff. So it's a walk through the park, and you can actually see it on each project. He knows. And then my stuff is out there. You can follow me on Instagram, and you DM me if you got any questions. But I like to see people win, and it ain't about making money off them because again, I've never been to a real estate seminar. I've never read a book. I just know this is how this goes, right? And I know how to fail in this, but I also know how to not fail in it. So I try to just teach people because a lot of people around and say they make millions of dollars in real estate. They do this false.
Right.
But they say fake news.
Me, man, I went to Alabama State University, and one thing that I what you say?
ASU. I know about Hornets.
Yeah, the Hornets. Yeah. So one things I didn't want to do is I didn't want to have kids, and I didn't want to be married before I got a job where I can take care of. But with you, when you started, did you have kids?
Well, no. So when I started real estate,
were you married?
No, I was not married.
Okay.
I was working on that. I was young. I think I was 26. 25, 26. And I'll tell you, the reason I got in real estate was because of my wife, right? My wife always say, because when I met my wife, let me just gonna tell you how kind of wife I got. When I met my wife was 20. She had her own house at 20 years old. Because her dad was in real estate. So when she was 20, he bought her a townhouse. Right?
So that she went she went looking for, her dad set the standard just like you setting the standard.
Yeah.
So what she knew was real estate.
So basically she got her own house, she got her own career at 20 years old. So it wasn't, I'm a young guy, I'm still out there just having fun, hanging out with the boys. So I met her, I was like, okay, she different. So I knew the real estate side, I knew that her dad was in real estate, but we never did any business with real estate, but I just knew that they had a real estate background. Right? So I told her my plan, what I wanted to do. She's like, yeah. And then the job I'm telling you about that I had at the time was in Investors Capital. I interviewed for that job 3 times. I ain't never interviewed for a job 3 times. I had interviewed 3 interviews. 3. Because, again, it was 2 minorities in the office.
No, you're saying there's 3 stages to the interview.
No, I had to interview 3 times.
So the first time they didn't take you. The second time they didn't take you. Okay.
They'll get back with me.
Okay.
Because I knew if I got in that office, I was going to win. I knew. I said, this company right here is real. I said, when I came up with the Roswell, I looked around, and I knew the area was sitting in. There was a crab out in the Roswell. I said, man, all the owners live on the golf course. They hanging out. They don't really work a couple of days a week. Go play golf. I said, man, if I get in here, because they kept saying we're going to play golf. Like, man, I've been calling y'all for months trying to get up here playing golf. We'll get back with you. So I was so persistent.
Do you play golf?
Yeah, I play now.
Okay.
But that was part of the whole full circle. So, but the thing about it is I learned that if I got in there, I can work myself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe up in the company, maybe not up in the company. But I knew that was going to be one of the best jobs I ever had because there was so much knowledge and financial literature that I could gain. That was a real thing. Going back to it, real estate wise, my wife kind of like, home ownership. She was like, well, we bought this house, we'll rent this house out. I'll rent this house. She was saying she'll rent the house, not me even being married to her. I'm going to buy me another house and rent this house out. I was like, okay, that might be something I need to look into, right? But, challenging, if you got a challenging woman, she going to challenge you to do right and build. So once you get that, you ain't gonna try to,
I don't think y'all have a choice, man. I think you're gonna lay the game on the table for these boys, man.
Oh man.
I think you gotta lay it on the table.
Okay, I tell my wife all the time, right? Let's be real here, right? We all men, right? So I tell my wife, I said, and I tell my boys this too, because I got a lot of boys who they 40-some years old, they still hanging out. Lounges, going to the game, they ain't got no kids. I'm like, look, man, it's like having a company, a marriage is like a Fortune 500 company. If you start off from the bottom, you're gonna appreciate what you get. Right? And you're not gonna sit there and if you got stock at $1,000 share, you're not gonna sell your share off to go and go back to go into a situation that you don't know what the outcome might be. Right? So I'm a businessman. I tell my wife, we got a business, right? So my business is to make sure we do A, B, C, D, F, G. Your job is to make sure it's the other side, right? So you balance out, right? And when we get ready to sell selling the company, make sure all the kids are gone, right? And then we can go out and do anything we want to do. But we had to build that company to do that. And a lot of young guys, you can't build a company with everybody. No, you just can't. Because you could have that diamond in the rough that they call it, but you overlook it, right? Because somebody don't sold you a Mercedes, but it's really a Honda when you get home. That's real. Yeah. So those are options that you take. You just gotta be patient, man. And you gotta build together. Once you find somebody, you build something together, and you just gotta go for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I've been married 20-something. I've been married 20-some years. I understand. I know what battles to fight. I know what battles not to fight. And I met with my clients one time, Ty Falcon player. I laughed. They've been married 30-some years. I said, how you been? What's the secret? I asked him, what's the secret? He said, well, you want to know, Rod? I said, what's the secret? He said, battles to fight. Oh yeah. He said, you mad? You see that big bone in the room I got there? I said, it's laid up there. It's nice. He said, what I do? I go up there and close the door, and I put I put a sock on it. Don't bother me.
A sock on the door?
Yeah, that mean that don't bother me. Wow. That mean I'm mad. Going up there and the door open, you can come in all you want. But I give you the whole rest of the house to do what you want to do. Right. But let me calm down a little bit.
What works for you?
That works for you. So I didn't, and I told her, I said, you know what? I'm gonna let the basement be my man cave. She said, you go down all you want. But understand this, long as you understand that I'm gonna be right on that. And sometimes I know I'm right. I let her be right. You know what I'm saying? Because mama, hey, I'll never forget Wu Shane. I had a guy named Wu Shane from Iran. And their wife, they were together 50 years, right? And very wise man. He told me, he said, he met my wife. We weren't even married. He said, Wu Shane told me, his name Wu Shane Nuzrat. He said, Rod. I said, yes, Mr. Wu Shane. He said, happy wife, happy life. He said, you might not know what that means now, but wife happy, the whole house happy.
Well, sometimes you got to lose the battle to win the war.
There you go.
We've talked about fatherhood. And what are some main gems you would give fathers to take away from this interview here?
Well, basically, just you're not gonna be perfect. Just understand you're not gonna be perfect. Be patient with yourself, and it's a learning process. But make a mistake. Identify with that mistake and try to avoid that move. That will kind of avoid having major issues. Again, get you a mentor. That's vital.
Oh yeah,
you gotta have a mentor. Whether and literally don't have to be a family member either. You got an old head on your job or something like that. Talk to them. Get those 5-10 minute conversations that go a long way. The most important thing is understanding your kids are your legacy. Not nobody else's legacy. Your legacy. You want for your legacy. And you only can do what you can do. Raise them, and they can partner their own, but you raised them, right? So raise them, I think adequately. High percentage-wise, they'll do well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out, my
brother.
Hey,
man, appreciate you, man.
Always,
appreciate you, man.
Always, man.
Appreciate you.
Good stuff.